Hey friends, it is June 29th, 2018, and I just have a ton of thoughts and a lot of emotions running through my head and mind, my heart, that I wanted to share with you, and I didn't know any other way to do it because it's too much to write out, honestly. Today has been a wild one, to say the least, for a lot of people that I know that I'm really close with and that I love. A lot of folks are dealing with some really heavy things, some scary things. I know a lot of my friends have children that are in the hospital that are facing some scary things. 3 friends right now that are close to me have children with head injuries, serious head injuries that are in children's hospitals or in an emergency room currently, that have happened, 2 today and 1 within the last few days. Another friend is mourning the loss of a friend and her husband. I mean, the things just kind of were piling up today. Our work was dealing with we're dealing with a crisis situation today in the midst of a mental health first aid training, but the staff handled it beautifully. Both those that were directly involved and those that weren't directly involved at that time, because they've been involved another time with that particular person, and they've been involved with others. But I was driving home today, and after 12 hours of being gone, and all of a sudden it hit me what today's date was. And it was just kind of like that light bulb moment of, oh, okay, that's why it's so significant. And for some, I mean, it's just another day, but for me, June 29th is a big deal. And this is actually the first year that I didn't really acknowledge it beforehand. But 8 years ago on June 29th in 2010, I had received some pretty, what I thought at the time was some pretty horrific news. And it was life-changing. And the details of that aren't really what's important, but what is important is what I thought was going to be like the most horrific thing, and it was the scariest thing to that point that I had ever dealt with. And it was, life was over as I knew it. And it was a tragic event. It truly was. It was difficult and scary, and the unknown was, it was unfathomable. You can't describe it really. Much like a lot of what a lot of people I love are dealing with. But it reminded me that even though those things are happening with a lot of people that I love, with loved ones in the hospital, or there's different marriages that are struggling, and my kids are struggling. There's events going on with my kids today. I'm sure my neighbors heard it, and I'm sorry, guys, for that. God has a plan, I guess, is really what he was reminding me on the way home. And I'm just going to claim that over myself. I'm going to claim that over my kids, and that he is just reminding me once again that he still reigns on high, and that today is 8 years. And 8 is new beginnings. And so I'm going to claim that over my kids, and I'm going to claim that over those of you with sick kiddos in the hospitals, that it's a new beginning for your kiddos. And those of you that are struggling with your marriages, it's a new beginning for your marriage. Let today be that day. Those of you that are struggling with addictions, let today be the day that he sets you free. Let today be that day. Those of you that are mourning the loss of loved ones, I wish I didn't know what that truly felt like. Can't tell you how much I wish I didn't know. But let today be the day that God reaches inside of your heart and He heals the place that only He can. Today's His day because He made it. I don't know, guys. June 29th was chaotic for me today. But it was an honor to stand beside the folks that I was able to stand beside. And for those that reached out and asked for prayer in different ways, or those that I reached out to and let them know that I was praying for, know that I truly am standing and know that I'm believing. And even if I haven't reached out and, I'm seeing it, if you need prayer, know that He's with you. The Lord is with you. He sees. He hasn't forgotten you. He hasn't. And today is His day, and it's a new beginning for Him. And that's it.